This is just going to be a really short video called, I guess I'm going to call it the Everyday Occult. And I'm not going to make it long because why make it long, just to ramble on and on. But basically this is going to be about some of the everyday occult things that you will see in your life. And this is just going to be about this door right here. I've lived in a lot of different places, and from what I can tell, this style of door is very common, probably the most common door that you'll have. Now, what's so significant about this, and why am I making a video about it? Well, I think what's so significant about this is, in Satanism, there is this satanic law of inversion, which is to say, Satan basically wants to be God, but he's gonna do like everything opposite of how God would do it. So there's this satanic law of inversion thing, and also the devil just likes to really, quote unquote, disrespect or mock Christ whenever he can. And because of that, I think this door is rather interesting, because up here you have what looks to be a cross on this first half of this door, this upper half. But down here you have what looks like it's an inverted cross. Now, what they will say is, well, look at this part down here, this very bottom part. This very bottom part down here means that it's not really an inverted cross. But I mean, let's be honest, I think it's an inverted cross. And, you have your regular cross up here, but then look down here. I mean, it's pretty much an inverted cross, alright? And, I think the inverted cross is basically one of the most satanic symbols, you can have out there. I mean, everyone knows about the inverted pentagram, right? And then some people might even know, a six-pointed star is a very satanic and occultic symbol. But, as far as just, something that's just going to bring all the demons to you, I imagine there's nothing worse than like painting an inverted cross on the floor. I mean, that's probably the most demonic symbol you can have, right? And it's not only the most demonic symbol you can have, but they're putting it on all of our doors. I think it's just an example of the everyday occult. And it's not just an inverted cross. It's a regular cross and an inverted one, right? Regular cross, inverted cross. And what's the point of that? Well, it's this whole satanic as above, so below kind of thing, As above, so below. So the satanic powers that be, they like to do that in a lot of their media and symbolism, and I think they're doing that with our doors as well. So it's just something to think about. Obviously a lot of people are going to have a lot of opinions on it, but to me, I would say that this is definitely an inverted cross, and that there's a whole pattern of as above, so below on this door. And I've seen quite a lot of house doors, and they're almost all like this. And I don't think that's for any accident. I'm not really saying it's evil per se, in the sense that if you buy a door like this, knowing that it's an inverted cross, it then becomes evil. But if you don't really know any better, I don't really think, God is going to hold that against you. There's a lot to do with this in terms of intent, right? Whether or not you're intending to mock Christ or what have you. I think intent really makes a big difference here. And so for most people, I think they would just be unaware of something like this. But, certainly the people who make sure that doors of this style are put in almost every home, I do not think that they are unaware of what they're doing. They are purposefully being satanic. And that's pretty much my video. I'm not trying to be too long here. Just, just showing an example of how the Satanists, who, if we're going to be honest, they're not really human, how these Satanists put occultic symbols into even our everyday lives. And with that, I'm going to say so long and peace and blessings.